doing this? Are we really doing this? Hey, my bowl of cereal, I'm pissed. Because what is up with all these rich people acting as if they want to work some soul-crushing minimum wage job? What are you trying to accomplish here? Seem more relatable to us peasants by taking up a single shift out of someone's retail job that they were forced into by society just to barely get by, to then 5 minutes after finishing that shift check your own bank account and realize you could actually just buy up the entire store they're working at? Yeah, so yesterday I was once again doom scrolling Twitter until I stumbled upon this tweet. Charlie D'Amelio picked up a shift as a Walmart cashier for a video. Ugh. And it's like this 5-second video of Charlie D'Amelio being the slowest cashier ever, making a silly and a happy face with every single product she scans. And ironically enough, if a cashier actually worked like that, customers would get pissed off and they'd get fired instantly. Which, understandably so, pissed off a ton of people. The "oh look at me, I'm just like you" type of video content is fucking awful. This isn't right. Someone who hasn't worked a day in their life cosplaying as someone who probably needs to work several jobs to survive? We need a reset. See, this occurrence is actually an ethical problem I've been wondering about for quite some time now, because this isn't the first time someone unfathomably rich has been acting like a lower or middle class worker. Anyone remember billionaire Kim Kardashian?
It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
And Kanye West's publicity stunts where they moved to what in my opinion would be a perfect house to live in, but for them was like this dinky little shed with stains on the walls, where they're eating everything out of a bowl, because that's what poor people do. Poor. You eat every meal out of a bowl. Or where they're breaking bread by hand, because using a knife would make you look way too rich. See, I actually use this screwdriver to cut my bread and then throw it in this bowl, and together they represent my life savings. But on the pictures of this publicity stunt, you can clearly see that they still use a studio-grade lighting setup, a skilled photographer and photo editor, because they gotta have somebody to apply the poor people filter onto every single picture, which probably cost more combined than most people's actual salary. They of course also earned way more money with this acting poor publicity stunt than most people would with their salary. Plus, turns out that the house they're staying at, well, it's actually a $2 million house owned by producer Rick Rubin in Shangri-La, Malibu. Yikes. But why? Why do this? Why, if you basically won life's lottery, why would you feel the need to act like a person who desperately wants to win the lottery? Well, there's a reason that on most of those pictures Kim is wearing her own penthouse merch, in a setting that is more relatable to her main audience, or why relatable father-looking Kanye West made sure to put on his more affordable Adidas shoes and socks. I do wonder what he's looking at though. Probably one of his epic hate speech episodes on the Alex Jones podcast.
Hitler.
Anyway, advertising. The answer is advertising. Because as with most things, they just do all of this to earn more money through advertising of their products. This time, they just more so try to cater it towards dumb, poor idiots. Because that's what their marketing teams think we are. Dumb, poor idiots. And I might be speaking for myself, but I'm for sure not an idiot. I'm just dumb and poor. And it's the same case with Charlie D'Amelio. You don't think that Bob Walmart, CEO of Walmart, threw bags upon bags of money at Charlie D'Amelio's managers just so she'd spend a few hours in the store to attract more customers and possible employees?
Oh yeah, no, I totally did.
See, today when the average person works as a retail worker, many people see them as lower than human, which is why they often get treated as lower than human. And that is completely fucked up in every way. My girlfriend actually does a student job as a retail worker, and I kid you not, the stories she sometimes comes home with is fucking nightmare fuel. So, of course, as a result, companies find less and less people that want to apply for a job as a retail worker, where they're being exploited on all sides. So instead of starting to treat their employees with kindness and respect, they just invest a few $1,000s in Charlie D'Amelio doing the same job for 5 minutes, because then Walmart is hella cool and I instantly want to apply for a job there to work in terrible conditions and earn an even worse salary. It's a societal idolization issue where when we see rich and famous people do something relatable, even if it is just an act, we automatically start to fantasize the idea that maybe they're not so different than us after all. Hey, next time you go to your local Walmart to buy groceries, who knows? Maybe you'll run into Charlie D'Amelio working there. Maybe applying for a job at that local Walmart will result in you getting as rich and famous as Charlie D'Amelio. And no, instead you'll get screamed at by idiot customers and Bob Walmart, CEO of Walmart.
Hi.
By the way, this is being done constantly, which I think the best possible example of blatantly trying to manipulate people into either supporting or working for a company that is famously known for their criminally poor working conditions is this video of YouTuber Oli White Vlogs with the title, "I got a job at McDonald's! This is what happened!" Oh boy, I can't wait for your completely neutral and unbiased day of work at McDonald's in this video that is sponsored by McDonald's. And then it's this 18-minute video where he tries his absolute best to seem like he genuinely applied for a job at McDonald's.
Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's.
Then got it, and it's like his life's calling. As if McDonald's didn't just throw him this big bag of money to make this entire video. You have him happily slide Big Macs off the hamburger slide. Be the first living person to witness a working McFlurry ice cream machine.
Whipping it up.
And basically tries to gamify and glorify the entire working process at McDonald's.
Rub together. That's mental.
This is.
All while the actual employees working there are clearly like kind of annoyed.
Why have you got 4 stars? But I've got no stars.
You have 4 stars? I have no stars. I only received your entire year's salary to make this one single video. But that's worth nothing compared to those 4 stars. So if you work at McDonald's, you might get star.
I'm coming for a job.
No, you're not. We all just know you wanted to get that bag. It just kind of reminds me of van life culture, something I also spoke about in another video, where people will buy these super expensive vans and then post about their humble lifestyle on TikTok while they're living out of like a $400,000 house on wheels. I'm not saying that wealth and fame should take away your right to live wherever you'd like or exercise any job you want, but that would require you to actually want to do that job for like months instead of just doing it for half an hour as a publicity stunt trying to show off how relatable you still are to all the poor peasants, which are us. We're all the poor peasants. I really wish there was something deeper and more philosophical to it, that deep down inside, even though you're rich and famous, our intricate instinctive human philosophy pushes us back into a habitat more relatable with our peers, so we can finally fill that gaping hole inside all of us with a sense of shared community. Yo bitch, I just want that bag. What, you think I really want to be compared with those peasants? Get out of here. I just want my 4 McDonald's stars. This doesn't mean that there aren't rich or famous people out there that genuinely want to live a more humble lifestyle or prefer working a casual job. The thing is that if you genuinely want a more humble lifestyle, you wouldn't be taking your entire camera crew with you to film every single second of it. I'm not even claiming that Charlie D'Amelio didn't enjoy pretending to be a cashier, but that's the thing, she was only pretending to be one for like an hour. And while I'm quite certain that Kim and Kanye very deliberately planned every minute detail of their poor people lifestyle in that $2 million beach mansion, contrary to what many might have you believe, they're both very intelligent business people, or well, they were until one of them decided to become the living and breathing modern day equivalent of Mein Kampf. But I'm not so sure about Charlie D'Amelio. She wasn't a successful business person when she blew up. She was just some 15-year-old kid on TikTok, preyed upon by these vulturous managers that saw her as a walking dollar sign. We don't know if she chose to take this Walmart sponsorship. Maybe she was contractually forced by her soul-sucking managers.
We're focusing on starting a clothing companies, books, and TV shows.
She just happens to be the latest infuriating case in a long list of rich celebrities acting like us poor-ass little bitches, so that either they, their managers or their partnered companies can earn some more money. Although next time Charlie can at least try to not act it so infuriatingly condescending as if she's mirroring the actions of a wild zoo animal. And the only thing you can do about this shitty trend is to just completely ignore it. Don't let it influence you, don't hate comment on these posts because that'll just increase its virality. Instead, just scroll past it and make a mental note that if a product, job or company is advertised through poor people advertising, it most likely sucks ass. And you can just show your distaste by not applying for that job or not purchasing that product or not buying from that company anymore. Oh, and also make a mental note about how if you enjoyed this video, you should subscribe to my channel and watch some of my other videos to become part of my cereal bowl so we can become the largest cereal bowl on YouTube and I can absorb all of your fibers and nutrients. Bye!